If you have a Google Pixel phone, you are lucky because most likely you will be able to install GrapheneOS. GrapheneOS is a privacy-focused operating system for smartphones which is open source and free. There is no Google services that track your life and there are a lot of other nice features. If you have some other Android device, then you can just install alternatives for all the Google Maps installed on your phone. A lot of the Google apps you have can be replaced with Proton apps. Proton is a non-profit privacy-focused company and here are the services they provide. Proton Mail, Proton Calendar, Proton Drive, which gives you 5 GB of free space, Proton Docs, they have their own VPN, which has a free version, but with some limitations. Proton Pass, which is a handy password manager, and they even have Proton Wallet, where you can make operations with your Bitcoin. And just to be clear, obviously I'm not sponsored, I have 9 subscribers. I just like services Proton provides and I myself use most of them. If you don't want to give out your real email, for example when you're registering on some social media, then you can use GuerillaMail. It's a fake email generator and it has its own inbox where you can receive messages, for example if you need to verify your email. I've used it multiple times and it's great. If you need something more than just Proton Docs, then there is OnlyOffice. It includes presentations, Excel, docs and so on. It's basically like Microsoft Office but privacy focused and free. Also, if you don't want to spend a single penny, then there is also a Mega Drive which gives you 25 GB of free space. Now to go into a rabbit hole of open source apps, you can install F-Droid, which is basically like a Google Play but for open source apps. And you will need it to easily install the next apps I'm gonna show you. To replace a system standard gallery or a Google Gallery, you can install Fossify Gallery. It's not cloud-based gallery, it just shows photos on your phone. There are also a lot of different good Fossify stuff, from which I use Phone app to make calls, Message app, File Manager, Audio Player and Voice Recorder. Here is all the Fossify apps that you can install. And who could have guessed a keyboard on your phone is also constantly connected to your Wi-Fi and is gathering information about you. And most likely it's also made by Google. I have tried a lot of different private keyboards and finally I found HeliBoard, or HeliBoard, I don't know. It's private, customizable and has decent enough autocorrection and word suggestions which other private keyboards that I tried don't have. For notes I use Notesnook, which you can use both on a PC and on a smartphone, and your notes can be synced between different devices. Instead of Google Chrome browser, in my opinion the best one for daily use is Brave browser. But if you want something even more private, then go for Mullvad browser or Tor browser. To replace the YouTube app, you can install PipePipe, which is basically a YouTube premium app, but private. The only downside might be is that there is no recommendations page. Instead of Google Maps, you can install OrganicMaps, which, to be honest, is not as good as Google Maps, but it's decent enough, and you can use it without connecting to the internet. The next app is Google Authenticator and it is replaceable with Aegis Authenticator. And the last app to replace is... Wait, mid-editing I realized that I forgot to mention a few other things. Changing your Chrome browser is not enough, you should also change the search engine in your browser. Since Google search became dog shit and we just want to stay away from spy services, then I would suggest switching to Brave Search or DuckDuckGo. In my opinion, currently these two are the best privacy-focused search engines. However, keep in mind that DuckDuckGo may allow some tracking related to ads from Microsoft. But apparently it's claimed that the data that is collected by Microsoft is anonymized, limited and is not sold to third parties. The reason these trackers exist in DuckDuckGo is because it uses Bing's search index, and this is a contractual obligation between DuckDuckGo and Microsoft. DuckDuckGo was pretty transparent about this situation, so decide for yourself if you are okay with that or no. The next thing is a little bit more complex, and it is DNS. DNS stands for Domain Name System, and what it does is it works as a phone book. Let's say you type youtube.com in your browser, and to access this website, your computer converts this name, youtube.com, into an IP address and sends it to a DNS server, which might be run by Google. The DNS server looks up youtube.com in its giant list of websites and finds the matching IP address that your PC just sent there. Then the DNS server sends the IP address back to your computer, which uses it to connect you to YouTube servers, and the website opens in your browser. The DNS server might be made by Google, and luckily you can change it in the settings of your smartphone, PC or your browser. Just go to this lovely link that I put in the description and find which DNS server fits you the best. There is also a lot of other tasty juicy information related to online privacy on this website, so check it out.